timeout lovers and sports lovers, and welcome to another episode of Timeout Sports. A show anybody can watch about sports, stats, facts, and everything in between, from a fan point of view. I'm your host Charlie, so let's go get this ball rolling. Timeout. He goes for the three. Let's talk about some sports. How did I miss that? Oh man, fellow timeout lovers and sports lovers, wow, did we have some insane games that went down yesterday on Winners Wednesday. So, timeout, it's sports time. We begin this absolutely gorgeous afternoon on the hockey NHL playoffs. That's right, fellow timeout lovers and sports lovers. Don't adjust your TV set. We had the playoffs going on last night as the Tampa Bay Lightning were hosting the can't stop, won't go anywhere Detroit Red Wings in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference. As the first period, with 6 minutes and 23 seconds, the Lightning started striking first as Nikita Kucherov gets a goal in for Tampa. In the second period, it was a back and forth battle on the ice with fisticuffs shoving, which us wonderful hockey fans just love and adore and love to watch, as the Red Wings' Mike Green gets a goal in for Detroit. And then Justin Albuquerque mirrors it with a goal in for the Red Wings. But the end of the second period, Nikita Kucherov, stud of the Lightning, strikes in a goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. In the third period, now with both teams all tied up and physically and emotionally, fellow timeout lovers, drained, the Lightning superstar Alex Killorn slams in a goal in for Tampa to end the first game with a victory against the not going anywhere Detroit Red Wings with a victory of 3-2. Way to go, Lightning. The studs on the ice was Kucherov of the Lightning, right wing, who got not one but 2 goals and 1 assist. Tyler Johnson helped out of the Lightning, center, with not 1 but 2 assists. And can't forget about Alex Killorn of the Lightning. It was all about Tampa last night, as the center for the Lightning got 1 goal and 1 assist. Onto the Eastern Conference hockey playoffs, as we had the Pittsburgh Penguins hosting the New York Rangers. Oh man, fellow timeout lovers, was this a nail-biter, edge-of-your-seat one? As in the first period, it was all about them birds, as Patrick Hornqvist gets a goal in for Pittsburgh. The second period, Pitt's own legend, fellow timeout lovers, Sidney Crosby, woohoo, decides to get his fame and glory in and getting a goal in for the Penguins. In the third period, the Rangers tried shaking off those cobwebs, especially after seeing a puck go right into the eyeball of their goalie, Lundqvist, and they had to replace their goalie. The Rangers' own Derek Stepan gets a power play and a goal in for New York. The Penguins came bobsledding back with Tom Kanuka and Patrick Hornqvist getting goals in for Pitts. But the Rangers' own Lone Ranger, Derek Stepan, stepped up again, fellow timeout lovers, and got a goal in for the Rangers. But Pittsburgh's own, once again, Patrick Hornqvist, had to have the last performance of the night as he gets the last goal in for a Pittsburgh victory of 5-2. Way to go, Pittsburgh Penguins. The studs on the ice, it was all about them birds, as Hornquist of the Penguins right wing got not one, not two, but count them 3. That's right, 3 goals and 1 assist. Zadkov of the Penguins, the guard, saved 35 shots. And can't forget about the one and only super stud, Sidney Crosby. Center of the Penguins got 1 goal and 2 assists. On to the final hockey playoffs game of Winners Wednesday. We have the Western Conference Game 1 as the St. Louis Blues went head-on against my Chicago Blackhawks, baby. Woo-hoo! Oh man, was this one a tough one. As the game was a huge, pretty much game fell timeout lovers of cat and mouse. And the mouse was pretty much the hockey puck. As it was back and forth battle, with no goals getting scored, not in the first, not in the second, not in the third, but had to go all the way into overtime, fellow timeout lovers. And finally, the St. Louis Blues own David Backes gets an extremely, and I mean extremely, lucky bounce to get past one of my personally think one of the best goalies of this era, Corey Crawford, to finish the game with a victory, beating my Hawks in St. Louis 1-0. The studs on the ice on that game was Backes of the Blues, center, got 1 goal. Can't forget about Billy Elliott, the Blues guard, who saved 35 goals. And of course, my boy, the puck stops here, Corey Crawford, Hawks guard, who saved 17 shots. Man, talk about some insane, out of this world, nail-biter hockey playoff games. On to for the 3. The NBA. Oh man, did we have some insane basketball games that also went down yesterday on Winners Wednesday. Such as, first off, we have Stand Up for Your Miami Heat, as the Celtics hosted the Miami Heat. In the first and second quarter, the Heat were on fire, fellow timeout lovers, just going nuts. With studs like Whiteside, can't forget about Johnson, Wade, and this Justin in the court, Justice Winslow, just dominating the Celtics and making their faces and their bodies turn a little green. But then, after halftime, something happened to the Heat. The fuse just went down and they slowed down, as the young Celtics saw the green light and hit the gas and didn't stop, with a final victory of 98-88. Man, talk about an insane game. The boys that went hard in the paint in Miami was give it up for in the all about them W's, as Justice Winslow got 10 rebounds, 19 points with 2 tied. And of course, can't forget about Wade County, D. Wade, with 5 assists. On the Celtics side, it was all about that green man, Isaiah Thomas, with 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. That is definitely their lucky charm. On to the next NBA game. We have the Warriors versus the Grizzlies. Woo-hoo! Oh man, fellow timeout lovers, was this an insane, nail-biting game. As the Golden State Warriors were chasing history last night, by the way, trying to beat my dream team, Chicago Bulls team, that had 72 wins and 10 losses. And they are now trying to beat that record with 73 wins and only 9 losses. With championship in their eyes, the Golden State Warriors came out to Oakland and ready to ball. And boy, did they do that. As the Grizzlies basically had to play catch-up the entire game. And as everybody knows, if you're playing catch-up against the Golden State Warriors, you're not probably going to win that game. Especially if you're in Oracle Arena too. As the entire time, Steph and his Warriors were making video game and video game points as well as shots. It was just out of this world insane with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, all of this, Sean Livingston, all of them just going nuts. With a 125 to 104 win. And now are now in the history books as the best, that's right, fellow Timeout lovers, the best NBA team to ever play the game, with winning 73 games and only losing 9 games. This team and this prodigy, Steph Curry, is incredible. Keep it up, boys. The guys that went hard in the paint in that game, we had on the Grizzlies side, we had Zach Rough and Tough Randolph with 24 points. And can't forget about Nothing Phases Me, Matt Barnes with 9 rebounds and 6 assists. On the Golden State Warriors side, we had Chef cooking up Curry all threes all day with, ready for this, 46, fellow Timeout lovers, 46 points last night as Draymond Green helped out with 9 rebounds, and can't forget about the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Livingston with 10 assists. Wow. Way to go, Golden State Warriors. Unbelievable year, unbelievable team. Phenomenal job. And with the final game, oh man, fellow Timeout lovers, sports lovers, this is going to be maybe a little bit of a tearjerker for you guys. The last game we're talking about today is the Lakers versus the Jazz. As if you may or may not know, living under a rock, whatever, but yesterday was Kobe's last game as an NBA basketball player. Little tear, not gonna lie. Pretty sad moment. As LA had a sold out Staples Center for the showstopper, Mr. Hollywood number 24, Kobe Bryant, and his Lakers did not disappoint. With an insane 60 points. That's right, fellow Timeout lovers, I said 60 points. The most that any basketball player has ever made while trying to retire. The Lakers get a victory in LA for Kobe's last entire game. Couldn't make this any more better with a 101-96 victory. Wow, what an insane, out of this world year. 20 years, Kobe, that you have witnessed on the court, and you're one of the best basketball players I personally think that have ever stepped on the court. It was a pleasure and an honor to talk about you for 20 plus years. And the boys that went hard in the paint. On the Jazz side, we had Lyles with 18 points and 11 rebounds, and beep, back the Mac up with 6 assists. On the LA Lakers side, you had Kobe Bryant with an insane, out-of-this-world 60 points. Randall helped out with 9 rebounds, and can't forget about Heretis with 6 assists. Extra, read all about it. Hot off the presses. Okay, fellow Timeout lovers and sports lovers, this just in, the Tennessee Titans have just traded for the number 1 pick of the 2016 NFL Draft to, drumroll please, the LA Rams. With this action-packed move, it actually helps out both teams. Now, the LA Rams get, of course, the 1st round pick, but they also get the 4th round pick and the 6th round pick, as well as, and now on the flip of the coin, the Titans get the Rams' second pick, two 2nd round picks, and a 3rd round pick, as well as the Titans get the Rams' 1st and 3rd round picks in next year's 2017 NFL Draft. With the Rams now having the 1st round pick, it's most definitely pretty likely that they're going to pick a quarterback. With this blockbuster, action-packed move, I know this sports lover is definitely not going to miss a second of the 2016 NFL Draft. What you watching? Oh man, fellow timeout lovers and sports lovers, wow, do we have some insane woo-hoo hockey playoff games going on Take Over Thursday, such as at 7 o'clock tonight for the Eastern Conference game 1-1-1. Can the Capitals put the mark down on the Flyers, or will Philly fly over the Capitals and get a win on the road in DC? Tune in on NBCSN at 7 o'clock tonight to see what goes down. Also tonight, can the Florida Panthers, who are in the playoffs, woohoo, rip and tear apart the New York Islanders, making them split in half? Or will the Islanders make the Cats drown in Montauk? Tune in on CNBC at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight to see what goes down. Also, in NHL playoffs, we have the Dallas Stars trying to throw out as many wounds and as many Chinese throwing stars as they can to the Minnesota Wild. Or will the Dallas Stars get lost in the Wild? Tune in to see what happens on the ice tonight at 9:30 p.m. on NBCSN. And finally, for you night owls, the Battle of Cali begins as the LA Kings are trying to charge, attack, and wound the San Jose Sharks. Or will the Sharks come swarming back and swim to the left, swim to the right, and dethrone the Kings? Tune in at 10:30 tonight to see what happens on CNBC. Definitely some awesome nail-biter, edge-of-your-seat NHL playoff games going on that this sports lover is definitely not going to miss on Take Over Thursday. Well, that's my show, fellow timeout lovers and sports lovers. Thanks for watching. If you really like what I'm talking about, then go and give me a thumbs up. Or, if you really feel me, then why haven't you subscribed yet? Or, you can always leave me a comment below the video here, of course. And don't forget to hit me up on social media, on Facebook at Charles Cowan Timeout, as well as I'm very active on Twitter at TimeoutNow87. Until next time, Timeout! Let's talk about some sports. Have an awesome sports-tastic weekend, and let's go Blackhawks! Let's go Heat! And congratulations to Kobe, 20 years of some phenomenal basketball, sir. And congrats to the Golden State Warriors. Very nice job. 73 wins and 9 losses is something to definitely gloat about. Have an awesome day, fellow timeout lovers.